Finals of the Ultimate Guard Cup 2019. I don't think I have to state what year it is. It's the first one. Um, this is going to be Team Jim versus Team Seventh. Has still hard for me. Seventh Sense,
Yeah, I
and
think they decided to make that a tongue breaker, right? Because
yeah,
nobody
so
can
nasty.
actually call that team out. So they have no beef at
So
all. That's pretty cool for them.
yeah, we had quite the trouble getting this stream up once again. Let me just say we're gonna have an amazing match. We're gonna feature Dinkabui again because he's the only guy who's
Yes.
playing creative decks. And without further ado, we should just go right into the match because honestly, we want to see it.
That is 100% true, so let's just go over. And it seems like Dinkabui actually loves the spotlight, right? Because he always decides for the most spectacular deck in the room, making him the featured
Yeah.
match. Because he's the obvious pick to pick as a featured match, because there's no other creative deck, and we can already tell you Dinkabui is not playing like a normal meta deck. And something we have to tell you too is that the guys are playing the old ban list format. Yeah, Normal Summon Spinny kind of indicates that, because Salamangreat maybe not that good of a pick anymore in the upcoming format. Like, I don't know, some people are still playing it, and some people saying you still have 3 silent mining, so it should be fine. But I'm really doubting that, to be honest. I don't think Salamangreat is that good of a contender for the upcoming metagame.
I mean, DD Crow on Gazelle kills you.
Yeah, it does. It does. Completely kills you. Oh, but on the other hand, we have Marvin Kamara. I think today the names of the players are also in the stream title, so you already know that. But Marvin Kamara had kind of a brick there with his Salamangreat deck, because he only has Bailing's Pass there. And let's see what Ka brought to the table today. It is a wild combo deck, I would say. A lot of engines working together. And
He is playing Restrict Ritual deck. Okay, we can
yes.
say it now. It's the Restrict Ritual deck with the Manjus and the Sanjus and the whatever they are called. No, obviously not. I'm kidding.
But that's a pretty good card to actually have there, because if Marvin has the Raw, he has to use it on that, or the Rage, of course. Because otherwise, the Thousand Eyes Restrict would have just thrown in the Bailings,
Yeah.
and then the card would have not been able to be used. There's Mothman
Mothman.
being used. Okay, I mean,
that one.
Mothman is a card you have to expect in the upcoming Danger decks, because now you have one less nasty. Oh, and he sniped it out of his hand. That hurts. That definitely hurts. Ka cannot like that.
No, I don't think he does. Oh, okay, so Valor gets discarded.
That's interesting.
Interesting.
The other card in his hand
I mean,
must
maybe
be
the last card in his hand is
probably Ash, right?
Gazelle.
Or Gazelle. But I mean, if he has... Yeah, he might have drawn into Gazelle, that's true. And there you can see it. We have Unizombie. Ka actually is playing a zombie deck today. Zombie, Danger, and everything else he could find in the Dwelling Book database to throw into the deck there. And another Danger is being activated. So Ka is trying his best to actually get out some monsters there. Marvin's so far doing a good job in sniping, but even if he would have sniped the Tsuchinoko there, it would have still been summoned. But discarding the Harp Horror, obviously, or the Skeleton,
Oh, it's.
much better, obviously.
I mean, discarding Skeleton doesn't really accomplish anything because this is like the ultimate brick. I mean, okay, having 2 nightmares is worse, but Skeleton doesn't really do anything on its own, just like the Wonder Wand. But what I was going to say is that, Chupacabra actually being able to
Doing
resolve
something,
it.
yeah.
We have a Twitch Prime sub. It's Ali Fawad, 89.
Yeah.
Wow.
Guys,
That
take
didn't
him as
expect
an
it.
example. Thanks, Ali, for subscribing. Twitch Prime is such an easy way to subscribe to our channel. You just have to have Amazon Prime, and then you can easily gift us a sub completely free. So take that chance and support us and the Ultimate God Cup, because we bring you Yu-Gi-Oh! Action every fucking Thursday, so
Nah.
you should appreciate that.
Language.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Language.
I'm very sorry for that. And Ka is just summoning out a lot of monsters, trying to do some damage, running over the Baylings, which makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to get rid of the possible threat of a roar. So he hasn't even used Unizombie yet, which he's probably going to do in main phase 2.
Yeah, you have to assume that.
Oh.
So
That's nice.
the zombie deck actually has options for synchro plays as well. And it is a very viable option in the... I mean, what kind of a board can he create? So he has Orcus combos available, he has zombie plays available, he has so much stuff. And he will start to actually use the Phoenix, taking apart the back row of Marvin 2. The summon is fine. He now uses the effect. Let's see. I mean, he can also go into... Oh no, he cannot really go into the Unicorn still, because he only has one card left in hand, and he probably wants to
now
use
he
it.
can.
Oh!
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
Phantasme worth more than the Veiler, you think? I mean, Marvin definitely says that. Oh!
That hurts a bit.
It does, it does. It takes away quite a bit of opportunities for Ka there.
But I mean, he could still go into Unicorn, then banish the Silent Boots, and then try to go for Orcus combo then. I don't know if it's the safest route. Could be. Unizombie is negated. Now he can also just try to do it that way. Leave the monsters up. I have no access to the decklist of Ka, so I can't really tell if what he's doing is smart or not. What do you think of zombie Orcus danger in the new format after the ban list? Because this is what our viewers really want to know. What's good after the ban list?
Yeah, true.
Nuts.
Oh, there's another impermanence. So the Orcus route is kind of stopped for Ka. And yeah, referring to your question, I think you have to find a way to actually implement Orcus into something else. I think as a pure deck, it is kind of hard in the future. So you will have to go route with combining something to it. And so
does he play Saryuja?
He probably does, right?
I have no idea.
I closed the decklist tab as well, but I mean, you probably have to play Saryuja because you have so many summons in this deck, so you should be able to have Saryuja.
Let me try and...
Yep. Oh no, he's... I was about to say he's probably play... Oh! That is the Shooting Riser Dragon. Hello.
Yeah, that makes stuff a lot better.
That's a cool looking card, first of all.
Kapui. Always down for some surprises. Holy.
Really? Some people don't even know that this card exists, and he just summons it in the semi-finals of the Ultimate Card Cup. Nice.
I mean, this card is absolutely broken. I mean, the sad thing about Shooting Riser Dragon is that it's a synchro monster, and this mechanic is also kind of outdated because there are barely any good tuners except from hand traps, and you don't really want to summon those, so you won't build your extra deck around those.
Yeah, true.
But this card is Lavalval Chain, isn't it? It's Lavalval Chain for monsters.
Yeah, which is still pretty good.
Agreed.
Oh, what is happening there? He's summoning... What is going on? He's summoning Levia with the Tsuchinoko and the Shooting Riser Dragon. How did that Shooting Riser Dragon become level 3? Oh, okay. You reduce it by that level, and he sent the... Wow, what a combo. He sends the Harp Horror to make the Shooting Riser Dragon level 3, then makes the Levia. Wow, that is just... Wow. I mean, you cannot even see that route coming because nobody knows what is happening there. And, I mean, because he plays Levia in his extra decks, that's probably a thing he does more often, right? That's a common play for him to actually... use that Shooting Riser Dragon as Exceed material for the Levia. What a cool play. And Notarian, yeah, it is game 1. It is still 0-0 in this
Marvin
game.
Kamara is just getting styled on.
Yeah.
Holy.
And I mean, his hand cannot be very well. I mean, he could have The last card in hand he drew with Phantasme, so he had the choice out of 2 cards, which is kind of good. But he has only Spinny as setup in Graveyard, so no really big comeback potential. Gazelle would be cool, of course, but there's potential for Ka to now actually set up the counter trap, maybe.
I mean, Gazelle doesn't really help him with anything. There's gonna be... Ooh. Yeah, there's gonna be a Rusty Bardiche with Dingears to double pop.
Oh
so...
yeah, I completely forgot that Bardiche is still available to card. This insane card.
This card will be missed. Kappa.
Yeah, I think in some time we would just say, how broken was this card? How could we play with this card for so long? This is just such... I mean, you have cards like that now which are banned at the moment, and you're just like, what is... Oh, what route is Ka going there? He's just linking away everything, and now
but
he
why
brings
is he
out
not,
Bardiche.
is he not using the Harp Horror from his graveyard to summon Skeleton?
I don't know.
He can special summon the Skeleton, and he can go for the... what's it called? The one that made Rongo Bongo so broken. He can do that. I can't access his deck list. Why is it not accessible for me?
I would just look it up 1 sec.
Can you make a screenshot and send it to me, please?
I think that's kind of hard to do because I better not doing it because I have to for the stream I have to be in this browser actually, so yeah. I cannot switch browsers and everything. So
all right,
I should access it. Yeah, but you mean I do know what card you mean. What was it? I don't know.
Wait, didn't he start off with a Skeleton, anyways, in his graveyard? Where is it?
He shuffled it back with Galatea, I think, to actually set the Babel. So he already used the Skeleton to summon back the Harp Horror. Oh, there's mining. But as you said, if he has Gazelle, that's just going to meet the Fogblade of Ka. Or maybe Ka is waiting because he knows that his opponent has the Spinny engraved, so he can just then Fogblade the Myristelio instead.
He should wait for the Stallion.
Oh, and actually, XAbsoluteXO says in the chat that you can't use Harp because of Riser Dragon restrictions.
Let me read that card again.
Yeah, I will read it as well. You cannot activate the effect of monsters with the same name the sent monster had in the graveyard. Okay, for the rest of the turn.
That makes this card a lot worse.
That's true. Yeah, and Kevin Carter in the chat also asking why old list? Because the new ban list actually dropped on Monday, and our teams had the chance to send in their deck list until Monday. So it was kind of hard for the teams because they all have work to do in the week and so on to actually change their decks and everything. And so we wanted to give them a fair opportunity to play with the decks they tested already. So they are playing with the old ban list. I mean, we would have liked to see the new ban list, obviously, as you would like to see it as well. But in all fair sportsmanship, it was a better decision to actually let them play with the old ban list, I think.
Yeah, amazing.
Obviously, the new ban list is more exciting, and I cannot wait to test more with the new ban list. I started testing like today, and I tested Sky Striker, and I have to say, wow, Sky Striker is still a force. Like, it has to be reckoned. I tested versus Thunder Dragons, and it performed very, very well.
Makes sense, but I honestly don't think that Thunder Dragon is too good, and it's so fragile now.
It is. That's what I saw there too. Like, one hand trap was usually enough to really stop him. Okay, I got a message. And the message says that Clemens Lange is leading 1-0 at table 3. Meaning Team 7 Sands has the lead at table 3. That's a good start for them.
Gonna be a Hita special summon Gazelle? Yeah, that's...
So he's trying to kind of play around the Fogblade there. But is there a fire monster in the graveyard of Car?
Phoenix, yeah.
Oh yeah, of course, it is Phoenix. Nice. So,
But I mean, if as soon as Car Fogblades the Heater now, because Gazelle can't send anymore, and there are no effects in the graveyard that can be used by Marvin. As soon as the Heater gets stopped, the only play is to go into Heatleo, right? Or Sunlight Wolf, and that doesn't really accomplish anything.
yeah, because he still has no access. Oh, he has Rage in graveyards, so I mean, he could set up Rage then.
Oh yeah, he could. Yeah, okay.
But on the
I
other
guess.
hand, then he can just get hit by the Dingirso, summoned back by Skeleton. Or is there still Skeleton in grave?
Skeleton isn't in the graveyard.
Yeah, okay.
But,
so he cannot summon back the Dingirso. That's kind of good for him.
I mean, he can summon the Skeleton out with Harpora and then have the Dingirso ready for next turn.
Yeah, okay. But then the Rage is already ready to be activated. So let's see. What is he doing now? He still lets that through. So Car really waiting for the biggest monster of Marvin to hit the field and then use the Fogblade on it. Maybe securing that he really wants to use the Fogblade on the monster that Marvin wants to attack with. And it might be the Heatleo. But did he use the Reincarnation Link summon of Sanctuary already? I don't think so, right?
I don't think so either. I think he should have let the. I think he wants to let the Fogblade die. I don't know if it's the right play because you have Silent Boots in graveyard. So you could actually search for the Fogblade for the next turn.
Yeah, you're right.
So this is just a Rage. And end phase will be Harp Horror summoning Skeleton or maybe Nightmare. Nightmare might be the more flexible one.
I do agree.
This is looking good for Ka. Like, this is Orcus that... Okay, it's just Bardiche more full power.
Yeah, but Bardiche is so strong, and that's what made the deck so good. Like, you can grind very well with it. And do you think Orcus still has the grind power? Because, I mean, Bardiche isn't there anymore, but all the other Orcus cards are still there.
Yeah, so, I mean, the grind power is still the same, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, all the engine cards are still there. You aren't restricted by your damn Link 3 in your extra monster zone that doesn't let you link it away. So that's a plus.
Yeah, true. So you see Orcus being viable in the future, yeah?
Yeah, I like the deck. It's nice.
And you like it as a pure version?
I guess like all the decks got hit pretty hard with this ban list.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of like every deck right now because they all got hit in an equal way.
Yeah.
So, some more, some less, but I think Orcus is a decent choice. I mean, the board that it puts out is terrible, but I guess all the boards are except for Thunder Drake Danger, but this deck dies to 100 like instantly. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's way too early to say anything about this.
Just play Pendulum. I'm really afraid of Pendulum, to be honest. I think Pendulum is a really, really good choice for the upcoming format.
Oh, yeah. The Pendulum can brick so hard and is also pretty fragile.
Yeah, but I can see it playing through one hand trap like regularly. If you're playing the pure version without the Endymion, the big guy and so on, just consistency. And, I mean... Oh, what is going on there now? Cerberus?
Okay, this one has to be co-linked, right? So these monsters cannot be destroyed. Okay.
It has to be, for sure.
So...
Rage would be good right now, or what?
Yeah, I mean, he could have summoned it into the Sunlight Wolf zone to secure an OTK or something like that.
So...
I don't know if Galatea wouldn't have been better.
Now there is the Dingirsu, and he wants to pop with the Dingirsu, obviously. So... Marvin will lose his Rage right there.
I mean, he will activate the Rage, of course.
Yeah. Why is he...
He will also lose the Sunlight Wolf because of Dingirsu. So... He's pretty much going to lose everything.
Oh, okay. No, Marvin actually says he thinks about it when
Yeah.
Ka declares the target. So that means that Dingirsu will not be summoned into a zone that Bardiche will point to, so he does not get the
That's
Bardiche point pop at least.
that's game because you can just send the Sunlight Wolf with Dingus and attack for 2,600.
Yeah, maybe Marvin thinks that he can protect with with the Bailings. No,
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't make any difference because otherwise he would have, if he had left,
that was
left
weird.
the Bardiche up, he has the Fogblade in the graveyard to summon back the cloak, so he deals 800 damage plus the 2,100, 2,200, something like that.
So
Okay, so that was nice.
they're siding. That was game 1. Team 7 Cents leading 1-0 at 2 tables now. So they really want to go into that final versus Bendo card players. You actually followed last week's match as a spectator because JJ and I were casting that because you're obviously a member of Team E-Man Games now, so you are not Actually, you're doing a pretty good job of switching teams to to not commentate matches, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just because of my laziness. That's the only
Yeah.
reason I switched teams.
It has
honestly.
to be. It has to be. For
As,
real.
as soon as Ultimate, as soon as United Ghosts got kicked out of the cup, I was
Right.
like, no, can't save any free nights due to that team. So I switched to E-Man, and I think I'm gonna apply to Bendo card players tomorrow.
Yeah, it would be the safe choice. Or you can choose between Team 7 Cents and Team Jim. Both really sympathetic teams as well, I have to say. I can see both teams being your team. But let's see who's winning. I mean, makes no sense to apply for the losers team then. You have to apply for the winner.
Yeah, that's
And-
true. I think it doesn't make too much sense to apply for the French team because I don't have a house in France.
Oh, and you don't speak a word of French as well. And I
That's
think...
not true. Wait.
Oh, Gamma coming down. That's a good point to activate the Gamma for Ka because the Gazelle cannot be protected by Bailings because the one Bailings that was summoned so far is still on the field. So
Yep.
that would provide Ka the chance of dodging a Mirrored Stelio because now the Gazelle is going to the graveyard. And Marvin has to make a play where he has to summon the Spinny back to make the Sunlight Wolf, but by doing that he has to banish the Spinny, which is really, really bad in the grind game then.
Yeah, and the Sunlight Bolt doesn't really do anything.
So maybe he just keeps out the Bailings? What do you think?
Yeah, I think he might reincarnation link it to have like the one protection effect. Can't recycle the Spinny with Falco, obviously. I think it's just like double Bailings and then hope that your 2 cards in hand are enough to win the game eventually. But it's Dinka Bui, so wouldn't bet on that.
Surely not. We've seen a lot of crazy OTK combos by him so far.
Okay, Spinny. He might as well go for a Hita pass, so as soon as his monster gets run over, he can search the Gazelle, but I think Hita has to be destroyed, so Dingirsu would get rid of that card immediately. So pass on Sunlight Wolf.
What
Discard
does,
Lancea to keep your Gamma and Driver. Oh,
what does that accomplish? Like, why don't you just have the Bailings then? Maybe he has...
I mean, this.
Is it a sign that he maybe has the Phantasme in hand?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Phantasme.
Must be, right? Because otherwise the play makes no sense at all.
Yeah, and that makes, if he has Phantasme, that makes his situation much, 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 much better because he can draw into hand traps, recycle the Sanctuary, and get his Gazelle back, which is not the only copy in his deck because we're playing the old Bandless.
Yes, that's right. So, Unizombie again for Ka. The starter for the zombie deck. The heart and soul of it, to be fair. And Ka actually is playing one of the new cards from Battle of Legends, which now obviously is... I mean, we don't have the new ban list, but we have Battle of Legends available. And what do you think about the Black Luster Link monster?
Oh, that one that needs 3 different names, right?
Yeah, right.
Oh, this card is super good.
It's
Someone
amazing,
talked
right?
about it, and I thought, why was this card a sleeper for so long? And then I realized it's in the new set. So yeah, this card is actually pretty neat. Just I think it has the what's it called again? This weird Infernoid effect that if you run over a monster, it banishes another card, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know whether there's a name for that, but that's kind of what it's doing.
Yeah, that's okay. It's that one. Yeah, this is pretty neat for generic Link 3. I mean, not super generic, but you know what I mean. It's not restricted to an archetype.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, it still was a sleeper after the set was released because I think in pre-sale it was going for about 13 to 15 euro or something like that. And then all of a sudden it was like, oof, this card is pretty good. And then it jumped up by 10 euro or so, and now it's 25 to 30 euro, and it's one of the prize cards of the money cards in the set. It's really interesting. Oh, and we see Time Thief Redoer, a card which is kind of dead with the new format because you don't have Badisha anymore. That makes Time Thief Redoer so much worse.
Yeah, I mean you might see it in Phantom Knight decks where you actually want to go for Cherubini with your Phantom Knight monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Phantom Knight Burning Abyss, but I don't see the point of playing Phantom Knight Burning Abyss Orcus decks anymore without Bardash, honestly.
Not really.
Well, maybe you go over Cherubini. It could be possible, but I wouldn't bank on that. So let's see. There's no board, 3 cards in hand, 1 Uni Zombie on the field.
Oh.
What's the power that this deck can unleash? Will he hit the Mothman again?
That would be bad for Carr. And he's taking quite a while to discard the card, so maybe he does not want to discard the Mothman. He's like, no, pick a different one.
Okay, so they're having...
Maybe they're having connection issues, right?
Yeah, I think it's a dueling book issue. Oh, damn.
Oh.
That's a big hit.
That could be OTK. That's an indicator for an OTK. Ouch,
Yeah.
hitting that Mothman there.
I mean, no, it's not an OTK because you can only attack with zombie monsters this turn. If he doesn't have Zombie World, then no OTK for Ka, I think.
But maybe he has Zombie World. Zombie World's
Yeah.
probably a card he played it in the main deck, but I didn't really see his side. Oh, wow! What is Card doing? He's actually... Oh, okay. It looked like he's going for... I have no clue what he's doing. He's just he's just mixing so many summoning mechanics there. But it looks like he's deciding for a rank 3 in XYZ summon to summon out the Levier again for the second time in this match.
This is pure nostalgia, summoning Mizuki with Levier. I remember playing Tour Guide in the zombie deck back when Tour Guide was released.
That zombie deck was so nice. Like,
yeah,
I loved it. That pure zombie meta game was where zombie really was meta with Zombie Master, Goblin Zombie, and all that stuff. It was such a beautiful format.
And it was around for a pretty long time, actually.
Yeah. And at first it was pretty expensive with like Plague Spreader Zombie being freshly released, and then you had the Black Rose Dragon and everything. It was really, really tough. But it was so fun to play. It really was. And let's see. Is the Orcus combo going through this time?
Oh, Balrog discard.
Ouch.
By the way, on Cerberus Summon there was no Phantasme.
Yeah, I wanted to say that too, so maybe there's none. Veiler, okay. He has Veiler on the Mermaid. Makes sense to drop it on Mermaid, of course. Do you think...
I mean, Balrog... no. Wait, Balrog is completely useless if the Zombie World isn't on the field, isn't it?
Yep, absolutely. Do you think...
Unless he has Ash in hand.
Yeah. Do you think Hand Trap on Mermaid is still the way to go with the new Orcus variant?
Shooting Riser Dragon, I'm sorry.
He goes for that again, but he already used his Levier. So he cannot go for the same play.
So you can send another card. What did you ask me?
do you think it's still the best choice to actually drop a hand trap on Mermaid in the new format? Because in the last format it was like, yeah, you have to just throw your hand trap on Mermaid, and then usually the Orcus deck, if that resolves, is pretty dead if they don't have Norman Summon Harp Horror or so. Oh, but he gets access to Zombie World there. Boy.
Oh, you can draw phase quick effect to activate it, right?
Yep.
Wow, this is actually not too bad. Now he's actually playing with the zombies. I like that. Just baiting out hand traps with the. Who cares about this Arcust engine?
That is so cool.
Activating Zombie World, getting the Balrog up. Oh, this is so neat.
I mean, and he has a perfect matchup, right? He's playing versus Salamangreat, and I mean, Zombie World is just crazily good versus Salamangreat.
This is no Bailing's access anymore.
Yeah. Oh, and also Time Thief redraw effect. So I got a message. It's 2-0 Clemens at table 3, meaning Team 7 Cents. And we have to say that Clemens was pretty late with showing up for his match, and he was then pretty fast to actually win it. We actually were scared that he's not making it in time, so his teammates were already like, yep, seems like we're having a game loss there. But now Clemens secures the first win for Team 7 Cents, and Ka just made it 2-0 for Team 7 Cents, so we can already say Team 7 Cents will be in the finals. Hello.
Time Thief Redoer MVP with Balrog and shooting Rizar Livier. This guy is... What is with it? What... Ka, please. This
Ka, what are you doing?
Dude, holy. Okay, so let's just... I mean, it's 2-0 already, but why don't we just check out the last match?
Surely.
It should be Pascal, right?
Yep, I'm already in.
Oh, it's unlimited. Forgot about that.
Oh, and we see... Oof, that's a good field for Pascal, because he has Mystic Mine online. So Pascal is playing like Mystic Mine Striker. Side. Oh yeah, you're right. I don't know for how long that has been the case.
Oh, Mystic Mine.
I can see the joy in your face.
Really, there isn't. That's a lie.
Yeah, but I mean, the card is still so strong. Yep, I just got confirmation that it's still 0-0. That is game 1 in this match. So they waited for us to actually have a lot to feature still in this game. And yeah, looks like who's his opponent? Like David Erpen, right? Or was it David? Or what is his first name?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, David Erpen. And yeah, David Erpen on the top for Team Jim, trying to not go down in flames and to make it 2-1 for his team. And on the bottom we have Pascal Kim for Team 7 Cents. He probably already got the message from his teammates that they are through, that they can already celebrate, but still he wants to show off, of course.
Okay, so, I mean, this is I don't want to overstate anything, but this is probably the most not interesting thing that has ever happened in the history of this game. An irrelevant game that takes more than 30 minutes for game 1 that shows Mystic Mine pass when you switch into it.
Yeah, I have to agree on that. That's really not the most fun.
But
not really the definition of fun.
Look at this. There's Orbital Hydra Lander in the graveyard of David.
What? Oh yeah, it is.
I thought it was Double World one, but the cards are just pretty similar. It's not the same. That's interesting, actually, because you can search it with Crescendo.
Oh, right. Maybe that is the tech of the future. To play Orbital Hydra Lander.
Tech of the old ban list. Very nice.
So now he's passing, and Mystic Mine is gone. So the situation for Pascal is not even that good.
Why don't we talk about the weather for a bit?
Yeah, it's dark
crazy hot in
outside.
Germany, right?
Was it? I mean, it was pretty nice. I enjoyed sitting on the balcony for a bit. And I have to say, that's a nice feeling.
In Paderborn, it was really hot. It was disgustingly hot, actually.
Oh, for real? In Berlin, it wasn't that hot. I mean, it was fine, but not unenjoyable hot. Oh, and Metaverse again. That's so bad. And actually, I waited for a post package today, and obviously the online form said it is coming today, it is coming today, it is coming today. So I was like waiting at home. Please give me this fucking package, and it didn't come.
Language.
Yeah, once again. But I mean, you get why, because I'm just.
Yeah, I get it.
It's always the same with the German post. There's not really a whole lot you can do about it.
Yeah, they're just sneaking around. They are. I think they're just touching the doorbell and then they sprint away to their van. Just throw this little sheet of paper that says, "Ha, we couldn't get you."
Yeah.
Pick it up like 3 kilometers away from your home.
Yeah, and you have to come by feet. There's no chance you can take it, because there's no public transportation to that point. It's just you have to go by feet. I mean, if you have a bike, you're lucky, you can take the bike. But if your package is like so big that you cannot transport it with bikes, then you're just so sad and angry because you have to go all the way, and then
My package is way too big to be taken on a bike.
Yeah, I mean, I had that. This time it's pretty small, hopefully, but still, just not very enjoyable.
Big package guys' problems.
Yeah, like when you order a chair or maybe a desk or something like that. I don't know, just something big.
This chair was like 30 kilo, because it's really massive, and I had to carry it all the way, like all the stairs up. And I'm not the guy with the biggest biceps. Like,
oh, you couldn't tell that. I thought you. Yeah. I just saw you over the internet so far.
Usually, I work out with the internet with the Team Gym guys all the time.
Yeah.
But no, I've been slacking, so I had to carry this up, and it just killed me. I was like, also the package was so big that you couldn't nearly carry it. It wasn't the weight that was so terrible. It was just, can we please do something in this game?
Yeah, that's the definition of fun, really.
I'm running out of BS to talk about, honestly. My shampoo, I got new shampoo.
Ooh.
It smells really nice. I really enjoy it. It's like soapish, but...
And is it like a combination? Is it body, hair, everything? Or is it just hair shampoo?
It's the cheapest one I could grab.
Oh. And just hair shampoo or body shampoo?
Yeah, it's hair and face, actually.
Okay.
But...
I mean, that's kind of usual, yeah. That's not really a combination.
I mean, you use it for the body anyways, right?
Yeah, true. For me, that's definitely true. I'm just... I have a shampoo, so I use it for whatever I need it for, like...
It's just basically soap, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Duke CTL in the chat says, quality stream, to be fair. I do agree. Just giving you the update on shower games. Shower games, that sounds like Hunger Games or so. Shower games.
Just with less blood, much more soap.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
how's your family? All good?
Yeah, they are. I was on home turf last weekend, actually. I visited Father Marzer, and brother. And yeah, they were all pretty happy to see me, obviously, because I'm stopping by there like every 2 to 3 months usually. And I enjoyed it too.
Why is there still only Bardacia and Shizuku? With over 4 completely unrelated topics.
Yeah, how's your family?
Yeah, my family is fine. My mother is on some new projects, so she's busy. My father as well.
That sounds wrong.
Sort of.
Sorry, but that just sounds wrong.
My grandmother is healthy again.
Oh, nice to
So
hear that.
yeah, that's good. That's good. Some love for my grandma. She visited me at German Nationals.
Yeah,
You met her, ex.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your grandmother and she came there with your father,
father.
right? Yeah, right.
And that was super cute. But they live nearby, so it's nothing special. It's actually just 10 minutes from their home.
Yeah. Getting a little more into Yu-Gi-Oh talk again. How sad are you that you have to test with the new ban list for like so long now, that you have such a long time until there's a relevant Yu-Gi-Oh event again? Because I'm really hyped about the ban list and I want to test a lot with it. But then, on the other hand, Ghent is so far away and it is so long until Ghent, so I'm like, does it even make sense to test very intensely right now?
I mean, there's probably going to be some LDS events. Those are like
Yeah.
coming soon, I think. But that's also still pretty far. I think this is mainly for Worlds. I still enjoy it a lot. Also, you have locals.
Yep. Locals still keep the fun alive, it's true. But I mean, I'm still very, very sad that there's no big event coming up. It's always that big summer gap. I mean, our last YCS was in February.
Yeah, that's true.
And, oh yeah, actually,
That's 5 months.
Luke Randy is making a good point. Card Market Stop Frankfurt, obviously. We shall not forget about that. And maybe I'm going there, like, spontaneously. So far, I have not planned on going there, but... I mean, it's a one-day event, right?
I'm looking super forward to playing this event. Thank you very much.
Why did you go so close to the mic to say that?
He's just trying to tilt me, 100%.
Yeah, because
I want to play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Aw. Yeah, you were so hyped when we were actually debating to move the semi-final, to move this match today to next week because of new ban list and so on. But then we were like, no, we cannot really fit that into our schedule. But you were like, yes, let's move so I can play locals today. You were
Yeah, I
super
wanted to
sold
play
on that.
locals.
Yeah.
But now I can't.
Yeah, but you can
Nice.
watch Mystic Mind Striker versus Orcust. Game 1.
Nothing is happening. Why is there no Shizuku anymore? Did he attack? 3 Metaverse in the graveyard, 2 Mystic Minds. What is happening?
Yeah, looks like David might be able to grind through the Sky Striker shenanigans here.
Can we talk about soap again?
Makes more fun, right?
Oh, by the way, Duke, there is no timeout. So this one can this one will ruin our nights.
Oh man. My supermarket is closing at midnight, so we have to be finished before midnight, please. Or like maybe quarter of an hour before midnight, so I can still go out and do some grocery shopping.
Yeah, I wanted to get some groceries as well, but now I can't because it's over now.
Yeah,
But I think I should still. I have like cheese that you can make in the oven,
oh, I love that.
and then play some TFT. That's nice.
How do you have that still in your fridge? Whenever I buy that kind of cheese, I always immediately eat it. I mean, so
I'm a very patient person.
yeah, I could never do that really. Like even if I have something for dinner, like I'm eating a lot for dinner already, and then I have that in the fridge, and I'm like, yes, I'm definitely eating that one as well because it's so tasty.
No, I think the
couldn't
issue is
resist.
that this is the cheese of my roommate, but I think he's gone for another week, so I'm just gonna eat it anyways.
That makes
I'm a good
sense, I have to
roommate.
say. That definitely makes sense then. Yeah, okay then, go for it, for sure. I mean, you can still get a new one then tomorrow or whenever.
Yeah, and they will probably not be finished.
That's right, yeah. They will not be finished until next week. Oh, there's Shark Cannon. All these Sky Striker cards. Yes, it's so lovely.
Do you guys have jokes for us?
Yeah, you actually asked for that before the match, right? Or like before the stream, you were like, it is old ban list, it could get a little boring, so guys, please give us some jokes. And I do agree. Please give us some jokes. I'm
Googling.
I found some screenshots on my phone today from Yu-Gi-Oh! Related jokes, and I was like, yeah, these are actually pretty good. Let me just look them up. I was like,
Yeah.
when did I screenshot those? Because I didn't remember them at all, but all of a sudden they were there, and I was like, yeah, they are funny. I have to say, these are quite funny. So give me a second.
Okay, I can start with some jokes
Go
that
for
aren't
it.
Yu-Gi related until you have yours.
Yeah.
Why do birds fly to warmer climates in the winter?
Actually, Pascal just won game 1, but tell me about the joke.
It's much easier than walking.
Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, sure.
Why did the banana go to the hospital? He was peeling really bad.
Oh no.
What creature is smarter than a talking parrot?
A
A
silent
spelling
parrot?
bee.
Oh man.
A spelling bee. Do you have your Yu-Gi-Oh jokes now? I'm desperate.
No, I don't. I don't know where I have them. By scrolling through my pictures, I just found the picture of you in the red shirt at Austrian Nationals, which I gave to you and which looked amazing on you.
Oh, please don't. I look like a 80s hippie disco guy. Okay, I have
That's
a good one.
very,
Actually.
very nice way of saying it, but yes, I do agree.
Why aren't dogs good dancers?
I think I heard that already, but I cannot remember.
They have 2 left feet.
Ah! It takes a moment, but yes. Of course. That one's quite good, yeah.
How do you get a tissue to dance? You put a boogie in it. Okay, nice. So, David starts with normal summon Armageddon Knight. Hype.
Hype. Ah, I cannot find the jokes. I have too many pictures on my phone.
What are the strongest
Oh!
days of the week?
I do have it. I do have them.
Yes! Okay.
What do Michael Jackson and Zangan have in common?
And Sangan,
Yeah.
tell me.
They both search for things 15 and under.
That's nasty.
It is, but I like it. Okay, I have another one. What do Trump and every vanilla monster have in common? They both do nothing. And I don't enjoy that one as much, but still I will tell it because it's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Related joke.
If it's racist, then don't say it.
No, it's not. What do cocaine and Yu-Gi-Oh! Have in common? They both keep you coming back and spending money on something you don't really need.
Nah, that's bullshit.
I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is some kind of an addiction, I would say. But I
You
don't...
need cocaine. What?
That sounded like you are actually cocaine addicted. Yeah, but that was it for my Yu-Gi-Oh! Related jokes, actually.
Nice.
Yeah, I just found them by scrolling through, so I didn't never say that they're good, but I mean we had to talk about something, so I searched them out.
Oh, I see a joke coming in the chat.
Oh, why aren't burning abyss monsters allowed in the US? Tell us,
Shoot.
Duke. Tell us.
Shoot it.
I guess David will be able to perform his August
Because
combos
they
without...
have no green cards. But they have the ritual spell.
Because they have no...
They do have the ritual spell. I'm so sorry to ruin this for you.
Still, I like it. I like where he's coming from there.
Snort.
That's way better than... That's way better than the Trump joke, actually, because, I mean, every vanilla monster and I really didn't like... The first one was pretty good, I think. The one with Michael Jackson and Sangan. I do think that's a good one. But the other ones were just not very good. Game Freak Yoshi just came into the chat asking, is this new list? And a second after he just writes, never mind, because he probably just saw the Rusty Badish on the field. Yeah, it is old ban list, and that's why we're kinda drifting away with our commentary, because there's no real point on hardcore commentating on plays that won't be available in the foreseeable future anymore. And it's too early for nostalgia for that. I can see you, actually, Leonard, playing this deck in a nostalgic fashion in 5 years.
Yeah, this might be true.
But it's too early for that.
Way too early. I'm so fed up with Sky Strikers.
And Duke is making a song reference, I think. Wave after wave. I'm looking for wave. Yeah, we have.
We could actually try to. We could actually do our job for once, and then try to be really hyped about this game, but in an ironic way, or like you know it's an ironic way, but we're not doing it ironically.
Okay, go for it.
So,
okay.
Looks like... I think this is.
Oh boy! Oh my god!
No,
That was an amazing play!
Way.
Amazing!
Evenly matched!
Oh, that is absolutely insane.
Oh, no way! This is game changing! This is crazy!
Whoa.
Wow!
Whoa!
Wow! Wow!
Mind blowing. And he just keeps the Time Thief redoer. Pascal Keem. I mean, how did he pull that one off? That was just... The combination of cards he just used to get to that point was just completely amazing. That was just amazing. Really amazing.
And is he gonna search for the Mystic Mine to activate it and pass?
I mean, then Time Thief redoer will just respond to that and...
Yeah, but then he has 3 cards then. So...
Kind of true. But looks like he has enough plays to do something else.
Oh, wow. This is super intense.
Evenly matched.
I don't know if you guys saw it, but I really had to dab at this point.
Yep, that was just
an
obligatory dab moment for sure.
Yeah.
I'm super sad I missed out on it. I'm sorry, guys. But I'm...
Yeah, you should be.
I'm like not that good of a dabber as you are. You're obviously like the dabber of us two.
Yeah, so, I'm the pro dabber. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. So I wanted to give you the stage to show that off to everybody.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Oh, is this Anchor?
Oh. But
looks
you know,
like he wanted to use the effect of the Time Thief redoer maybe, and he just responded with Anchor.
Yeah, sure. But David has so many resources. He has Harp Horror and a Redoer, he has Crescendo in the graveyard, and he has the Skeleton. So he's actually kind of okay to go.
Do you know what would be good now? Mystic Mine.
Yeah, or Engage.
Engage is kind of fine too. Yep.
Like, the Anchor was just... He was baiting out the Redoer so he could get his third spell card into the graveyard to get an additional draw off of Engage. Wow, did you know the card does that?
What is this card? I'm always so frustrated, and I'm also wondering when I meet somebody on Dwelling Book and they for really don't know Sky Striker, Mobilize, Engage. I'm like, where did you live for the past year, my friend? Where did you live?
Under a rock, probably.
Probably not in Europe or America or Japan or anywhere. I mean, that deck was meta everywhere. And then you're like, what does this card do? And I'm like, what? And he's just normal summoning his Celtic Guardian and be like, attack? And I'm like, shit, I cannot use Widow Anchor on that. You got me, bro.
He has Axe of Despair, so he can actually run over the Shizuku.
Yeah. And he's comboing off under his rock.
So he has searched Afterburners now.
Cool. And he searched Mystic Mine.
Is he really going to pop his own Kagari?
Yes! No!
No.
But is he then... I mean, it makes sense to activate the Terraforming to search out the Mystic Mine, so you have one less dead draw in your deck, obviously.
Yeah.
So he probably is not activating it, right? Or is he still activating it? Maybe. And then he has... Yeah, no. When he summons the Shizuku, he's definitely not.
I think it's odd that he searched the Eagle Booster. I mean, okay, he wanted to protect himself from Vela, but going for multi-roll, much greedier, but also much better. Because now he's left at a limited amount of resources, and the one Kagari is out, and the Hercules base is in the graveyard. So unless he kind of... he can search multi-roll off of Shizuku,
Yeah.
but then his opponent will have access to Skeleton next turn. And this looks like only the Eagle Booster, so let's see where this goes.
It's going down for real. Okay, so he searched for Shark Cannon. Probably using it in the end phase now.
Yeah, it's gonna get rid of the Skeleton.
Yeah, must
Should
be.
at least.
So he's already through one Skeleton then, but still Harp Horror on the side of David then.
Is David playing... Oh, he's special summoning the Time Thief Redoer.
Okay, and he wants to use it, I guess. He wants to play with the Time Thief Redoer.
Doesn't that just...
What do you want to say?
Is he trolling?
Maybe he is.
Oh, he even got the spell card to draw.
That's so amazing.
That's so not changing anything.
Yeah, but I mean, you said that... Oh, Light Stage now.
Wow.
And I mean, by summoning the Redoer, he just made sure that he cannot use his Eagle Booster, right?
Yeah, but he gets a draw now.
Yeah, but maybe he gets to die this turn too. Which is very unlikely. Orcus is not that good at OTKing, especially when their first turn is already over.
I mean, this is... yeah, this doesn't look like an OTK to me as well. He could search for the Korobane, so he has a normal summon. It's actually looking kind of good. I mean, OTKing through Shizuku is pretty hard. OTKing not through Shizuku is pretty easy. He has Called in hand, then he could have OTK'd, but then he would have searched Kandina. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna summon something else as a normal summon.
But Kandina is in grave already. Maybe he's only playing one. That could be possible, but also kind of unlikely. Yeah, Trickster Light Stage, we see it being activated. Also a card that is being limited in the new format. Very sad for all the Trickstar
the
players.
Hydralander.
Yes. Now we see what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, Crescendo can search it out. It's pretty good. I mean, it's a brick, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, and he now wants to pop the Eagle Booster, or probably the Eagle Booster. We cannot be sure about it, but it is very likely.
But I think this card is way too complicated to play with. Like, in a deck like Orcus, you easily lose your overview over what cards you have like twice in your graveyard. I think after Rusty Ben, you are very likely to go through 2 Galateas in your first turn.
Mm-hmm.
Could at least. I don't know. Maybe it's worth a shot. It's a good card still. I mean, it won BA or YCS. Did BA win the YCS? No, it didn't.
It did not. But it went to the finals and had a pretty good showing.
Yeah.
But then Nico Schlierkamp denied Dinkabui his YCS title, which then later in Milan he came back to secure. And now he already secured the spot for Team 7 Cents in the finals of the Ultimate Cup. What a season for Dinkabui. What a
With
season.
crazy decks.
Yeah. So he's basically going and getting into the finals of everything. Of every tournament he attends. Apparently. I mean, he was in the finals of... what was it? Utrecht. He was in the finals of Milano. He only was in the semi-finals of Düsseldorf. He missed out there. And he did not even attend London. So if he would have attended that, he would have probably gone pretty far there too. And he actually made top 8 at German Nationals as well, losing to his friend and the winner of the event, Jack Verma there. That was such an insane season. And in the end, he only ended up in 8th spot of the World Points leader race, right? It's so crazy to imagine.
He barely played any regionals.
Yeah. I mean, the system... Maybe the system, like, it would have been pretty awkward if Dinkabui wouldn't have made it there into the top into the playoff. There must be, maybe it would be cool to actually invite every single YCS winner to the playoff next year. It's kind of random, but still, I kind of like the idea. Maybe the playoff has to be bigger at first. I don't know.
Yeah, I think YCS winners could be. I mean, like, they have the crazy title, but we should reward them.
Yeah. Exactly. But I think Konami will come up with something cool there. They would probably have. I mean, they didn't announce the World Points race for the next season yet, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't think so.
So probably. So maybe they will do it the same way again, but maybe they will change something. And yeah, I've heard people talking about it a lot, so I guess Konami takes that into consideration and then just makes a good decision to hopefully make it work for everybody. Because I can see some players being willed to grind for the World Points next season. Some people are like, for example, I see Sebastian Zimmermann, for example, just playing Yu-Gi-Oh! All the time. I see him on Dueling Book every single time I go online. I saw him at all the big events lately, and he was performing pretty well. So, I don't know, you're closer to him, so maybe
he was
grinding.
Really close to the top 64 spot in Utrecht. Mm-hmm. But he lost on the bubble to Patrick Döbelin. An E-man.
Yeah.
So, this is the wrong screen. This is the stream, not the Dueling Book match. So let's go to that one again. Oh yeah, Dingirsu attacked over Kandina and now Kaina is summoned. That's
cool.
Exhilarating.
And the Time Thief Redoer still stands there.
Still the battle phase.
Yeah, it's getting really, really late. But the funny thing is, maybe these two guys would still play Yu-Gi-Oh right now, even though it would not be the Ultimate God Cup final. Because they just love to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe they would play with the new ban list. I'm pretty sure they would, but still. Fighting for glory here. Yeah, the Duke. What a game. 100% I agree. Is there a way for Pascal to maybe win the game next turn?
Hey, Moobot is saying something. YPFL Talk podcast now available on SoundCloud. Yeet!
Yes.
You should check that out. Our podcast is actually a podcast. No, Siri. No. Stop it.
I think you made a pretty good description of our podcast there. I think
Yeah.
we should write that into the title every single time. YPFL Talk. This is a podcast or something like that. So people know. But yeah, it was pretty fun to actually have the podcast back on Tuesday, talking about the new ban list.
And our next guest is going to be Brian Rayos.
Yes. And we will be talking, I think we can already spoiler that a little, right? What we're talking about.
It's worth preparation. He got 5th at this NAWCQ, and last year he got his ticket to Worlds. So he's gonna explain some of the thought processes and how the testing and the excitement is going for Worlds. How it's all going down.
Yeah, talking about Worlds tickets. Today was the day to actually get your Worlds tickets, because World Championship will be in Berlin this year in August. And yeah, today I think it was 8 p.m. Central European time. The servers were opened up for people to buy their ticket to the World Championship as a spectator, obviously, because the player field is set already. And would be nice though if you could just buy a ticket to play in the World Championship. That is 2,000 euro, my friend. Do you think people would do that? Definitely, yeah, right? Because if you grinded the regional circuit, you could just spend a lot of money too. So maybe it's just easier to spend 2,000 euro on applying on going to Worlds. That could be an easy way.
This is, how can I phrase this? Way too unlikely of a scenario that I would put any kind of thought process into it.
Okay.
So, do you think the set card is Eradicator Epidemic Virus? Because we just saw that David is playing the card.
I don't think so.
Because Time Thief Reader has attached it now. Is that not neat?
Yes. So,
will he respond to the effect? Because now that he could shuffle, or he could put Babel to the top of David's deck with the Time Thief Reader effect. Oh, Engage was revealed. That's nice.
why was it revealed?
Area 0, target redoer, chain redoer.
Cool. What a nice combo we have here. But now there must be a way to actually take out the last 4,000 life points of David, right? With Anchor and everything.
Actually, now there's... Wait a second. So... I mean, he still has Bleeding Girsu.
Yeah.
Light Stage is blocking his Hydralander. Don't know if there's a way to get rid of it. He's not playing Snow. He can still go for 18 Gears effect. Oh, this is Twin Twister on just the area.
Okay.
So he's scooping this.
No, Pascal just searched for jamming waves. So he just played around jamming waves.
Okay, oh yeah, okay, I see. It's a lot harder to keep track if you're not keeping track.
Sure. Yeah, but still, he has 6 cards in hand now. There must be a way to actually... Maybe he gets Shark Cannon and then just chuck cannons away the Dingirsu.
Yeah, that's so. I can see that happening. But he would have to activate roll first, because he could just respond, or he could actually. I'm getting kind of nervous that he isn't using his nightmare to send the skeleton. Or was skeleton one of the face down banished cards? I don't think so, right? Okay, so multi-roll is activated.
Another engage. Is Jim about to get 6-0'd? Looks like it. Kind of looks like it.
We don't know.
We don't know yet, but Pascal is doing a pretty good job with that. And there is the Shark Cannon we talked about.
Yeah, I mean, now he can just chill. Like, did he just banish the Nightmare? Or, no, it's just randomly the top card of his banished pile. Okay, so there's a set spell card, which is maybe going to be Area 0.
Maybe it is Mystic Mine. Oh, he uses the Hydrolander.
But Hydrolander requires him to not have double copies, doesn't it?
Can he still activate?
Oh, is it
the
just
effect?
monsters? It's just monsters. Yeah, that was never an issue with Sekis BA. Okay, it's just monsters, that makes sense. It's a good card if it's just monsters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quality content. Oh, the Mystical Space Typhoon on the Babel. But the fact that the multi-roll isn't on the field anymore makes it much better for David now, because he can still chain his August effect there.
Yeah, but if he had...
Just see that Pascal used Shark Cannon on the Galatea and he placed Dingirsu in his own extra deck, so he had enough damage to provide the game for him. So let's just get our faces up one last time. And yeah.
For today.
For
It's
today.
not the finals.
It was not, definitely. But yeah, we saw a swift 6-0 for Team 7 Cents over Team Jim. That last game, even though it only were 2 games, took so long. But Pascal managed to grind out the Orcus deck with his Sky Striker deck. So I think there's nothing to say anymore. I'm looking forward to the finals next week, because finals will be played with new ban list 100%, guys. So mark that date in your calendar, next Thursday, 21:15 Central European Time. Be there to check out the final between Team 7 Cents and Team Bendo card players. See you next week. Bye bye. Have a nice evening, or better night from now on.